Hello YouTube, it's a Faceless Man here, and today I want to talk about a portfolio you could kind of set up if you're a beginner. Now this doesn't mean you have to be a beginner, but I think this does help a lot of beginners because these stocks are fairly cheap, pay a good dividend, and also help you kind of build your portfolio. Now, if you guys don't have a platform, if you guys are new investors, I recommend you guys getting Robinhood. It's an application that is free pretty much to trade stocks. And if you use the link in the description down below to download the application and set up a profile, you get a free stock and I get a free stock. But enough about that, guys. I'm going to jump to the portfolio. Or it's not really a portfolio, it's just certain stocks that will help you, especially if you're a beginner and you don't have a lot of money and want to start right away. Now, I will also be giving out just kind of a little view on a stock that I've been investing for a while that I am going to recommend for people that have a little bit of more money or people that, know how to make money. So I'm going to jump right into that in a bit. So kind of starting off, there's three stocks I want to talk about, which is the company is Gladstone, which is this one, which starts off at 977. As you see, it does not fluctuate that much. It averages slow growth, but it does have it has a 10.332 dividend yield, which does pay a pretty good dividend. It is consistent with their dividends. They don't increase them, but they do keep a consistent mark with their dividends. They pay monthly dividends, so you get a return right away. You can invest about $100 just on this stock and get good returns every month. And in the year, you'll have a good amount of return, which will help you kind of, give you time to understand the market and kind of have a little bit of growth with it. And now this is a stock I do recommend for beginners, but it's, it's also good for, people that know a little bit more about investing. This stock I do recommend you guys having it for about a year or two and then kind of selling out. But as you see, it does have a good track history. So, it does have its down moments. As you see, it's on an up moment and it's a good time to buy. But again, it does have its bad moments. As you see, it does have a history of having little bad, moments there. So, yeah, guys, you guys could buy into it because it does drop. So, yeah, guys, never have an issue with this. This is a stock that you're going to have between, let's say 6 months to a year. It's not a stock that you're going to buy out and cash out right away because it's not going to make you money quickly. It's going to steadily make you money within a year. And that's the point of this stock, especially for new investors. If you want to start investing, you can start investing here before, jumping into something more riskier and, having that, volatility in your portfolio. Now, another one is Gain, ticker GAIN. It's the same company, Gladstone. And it's the same with this one. This one's a fairly cheap stock too. This one is a little bit more fluctuated. It bounces up and down a little more. So you do get a little slightly bigger profit in the price. And it also has an 8.269 dividend yield. And as you see, even though it doesn't do too well, like it missed some of its markings, it still performed well. It was only by 1 cent from its EPS, but again, it performed well. It doesn't jump too much, but it's fairly steady, and it does produce good profits, guys. So these are two stocks that you could jump right into them and start making money right away because they do pay a monthly dividend. And that's one thing I do want to recommend for new investors to kind of understand the system. There are, people that pay every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, or every year. And, usually, people like going for the quicker thing, which is every month. Now, those stocks are riskier, but Gladstone is a company that I've been paying a lot of attention to in the past couple of years, and it's always produced well. It's always been steady, and it's never been really that bad. It's always been, growing steadily and paying out a constant dividend. So that's why I do recommend Gladstone. These two are the cheapest ones they have that pay a good dividend and are always constant. And the last stock I do want to recommend for this small portfolio would be Ford. Now, Ford does fluctuate a lot. This is a stock where you can, lose and gain money quickly. Now, this is a stock I also recommend because you get to see the fluctuation. Right now, it's in a pretty high price, but it does tend to drop between dollars in months. So that's why this stock is a little more risky, because it jumps up and down, and it's a good day trading stock. But if you have Robinhood and you don't have $25,000 account, then you can't day trade it, but you can swing trade it. So if you want to practice with that, in Robinhood, you should use Ford. Now, Ford, even though you don't do a quick swing trade or just a quick day trade, the good thing about it is that it pays a good dividend, and they are constant with their dividends. The only thing is that they do pay it off every 3 months. So pay attention to that. But pretty much that's the small portfolio I wanted to talk to you about new investors. If you're doing that, then check out these stocks. My method is always do your research on every stock you buy before you buy into it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody else's word for it. Buy into a stock that you feel confident in. Now, these stocks have worked for me, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. Everybody has their own methods. Everybody has their own recommendations. So, I can't say I'm going to make you money. I can't say that I'm going to make anybody wealthy or any of that stuff. Nobody can make you wealthy. Only you can make yourself wealthy, and only you can make yourself money. So always have that in mind, that it's all your attitude, your work, and your ethic that is going to help you succeed in the stock market. So there's never a quick, rich way to, make money. And, you always have to find a system, and everything's not easy. So make sure you put in the work. You do your own research before you get into it, and understand something before you jump into anything. That's pretty much my recommendation. But now for the people that have been investing, that know a little bit more about it, as you all know, Apple has been doing fairly well, and people think that the ride is over. No, Apple's going to be going up, especially with their profits coming up about the iPhone X or iPhone 10, whatever you want to call it. Even though the thing you have to understand, guys, is that if you're not an Apple fan or any of that stuff, I'm not an Apple fan. I'm an Android guy. I used to be an Apple fan, and I completely hate Apple now. I'm an Android guy, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna invest in them. Now, the good thing about Apple is that, again, as you see with the iPhone 10, iPhone X, whatever you want to call it, it's not a good phone, but it's still sold like crazy. And the thing is that because you have the hardcore Apple fans, and you have to understand that that company is a huge company. It's always going to be a huge company. It's always going to sell. And when they have something big like this coming out, you guys should invest in it. As you see in the past week, it's made a pretty decent jump. It's made a good profit. Recently, I did jump into this about a year ago. Yeah, when I was back at 108 or something, I bought a bunch of stocks at that price before Warren Buffett jumped into it. And I still have them in my E-Trade portfolio, And guys, Apple, no matter you like it or you don't like it, Apple is a great stock. It's a good growth stock. It's pretty much, I feel like it is undervalued right now, and I feel like it can blow up. So I think you guys should invest in it. And trust me, your return from now in a year is going to be much greater. So if you do have the money to invest in Apple, I do recommend you guys jumping into it. The same thing that I said with Amazon. It did reach its 1,000 mark, as I recommended it back when it was $750 when I bought into it. A lot of people said, no, it's probably not going to jump that high. Guys, I said it was going to jump that high because they're coming up with their whole, grocery store, all that thing that Amazon did, and you see how they blew up. That's, it made a lot of people rich, and a lot of people miss good opportunities. So pay attention to those things, guys. Again, Apple, I am recommending it right now for people that are patient with seeing growth. I'm telling you, from now in a year, this stock can make you good money. It might not be a year, it might be 2 years, but again, I know Apple eventually is going to hit the $200 mark, and it's going to keep going up. So be aware of that and pay attention to that. Now, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I will be setting up, pretty much I'm going to be explaining my stocks, why I own these stocks, why I don't buy more than 5 stocks, and just pretty much kind of show you what I do and how my system works. So again, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below. And if I can't answer them, hopefully someone else can that's watching the video. So yeah, guys, I want to build a community here of investments, and hope we can all help each other out. I gain nothing from it, from you guys making money, So I'm just saying, let's all help each other out. We all want to make money, we all want to succeed, and we all want to be great investors. So again, thanks for watching. If you don't have that application of Robinhood, again, use the link down in the description so you can get a free stock and I can get a free stock. So that works for all of us. Again, thanks and see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.